Do you ever feel like your life is spiraling into chaos? That the world is a confusing, often painful place, and you're struggling to find your footing, to find a sense of order and meaning? In an age of anxiety and uncertainty, many of us feel adrift, overwhelmed by the suffering and complexity of existence. What if there was an antidote to this chaos? Not a simple list of quick fixes or feel-good platitudes, but a set of deep, psychologically rich principles for navigating the hardships of life and creating a more meaningful, disciplined existence. Today, we are diving into a cultural phenomenon, a book that has challenged and changed millions of lives. 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos by Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. This is a profound and demanding book that draws on psychology, philosophy, mythology, and evolutionary biology to offer a guide for confronting life's toughest problems. Rule 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. This isn't just your grandmother's advice, it's a deep biological principle. Peterson uses the humble lobster to explain. Lobsters have been around for over 350 million years, and like humans, they live in social hierarchies. The brain chemistry of a victorious lobster, high in serotonin, is remarkably similar to that of a confident human. A defeated lobster, slumped and unwilling to fight, has low serotonin. Your posture is not just a reflection of how you feel, it's a signal to your own brain and to the world. Standing up straight tells your nervous system that you are ready to face the world, which in turn makes others treat you with more respect, creating a positive feedback loop. Rule 2. Treat yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping. Here's a strange paradox. People are often better at caring for their pets than they are for themselves. You'll diligently give your dog its prescribed medication, but there's a good chance you won't fill your own prescription or you'll fail to take it correctly. Why? Peterson argues it's because we are acutely aware of our own flaws and failures, which can lead to self-contempt. This rule is a moral call to action. You have a duty to care for yourself because you have a valuable and unique contribution to make to the world. If you fail to do so, the world is a darker place for it. Rule 3. Make friends with people who want the best for you. This is an ethical responsibility. It's easy to surround yourself with people who will enable your bad habits or resent your successes. A true friend is someone who has the courage to celebrate your victories and to call you out when you are heading down a destructive path. Choosing your friends is one of the most important decisions you will ever make. Choose people who are aiming up, not those who will try to drag you down with them. Rule 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. In the age of social media, this rule is more important than ever. Comparing yourself to others is a recipe for bitterness and despair. Your life is unique, with its own specific set of challenges and advantages. It's a rigged game. The only game you can win is the one against yourself. Your goal should be to be just a little bit better today than you were yesterday. This process of small, incremental improvements will compound over time into incredible results. Rule 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. This is a controversial piece of parenting advice, but the logic is profound. A parent's primary responsibility is to make their child socially desirable. If your child's behavior makes you dislike them, you can be absolutely certain the rest of the world will dislike them too, which will lead to a life of rejection and misery for your child. It is your duty to discipline your children with care so they can become well-liked, functional members of society. Rule 6. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. This rule is a powerful antidote to resentment. When life is not going your way, it is easy to become bitter and blame the world, society, or the system. But before you try to fix the world, Peterson asks a humbling question. Have you done everything within your own power to fix yourself?
Have you stopped lying? Are you working as hard as you can? Are you taking care of your family? The great writer Alexander Solzhenitsyn, while suffering in a Soviet gulag, didn't curse the state. He meticulously reviewed his own life to see where he had gone wrong. That act of radical personal responsibility led to a book that helped bring down an empire. Rule 7. Do what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Expediency is what is easy and convenient right now. Meaning is the opposite. Meaning is found in shouldering responsibility and voluntarily confronting hardship for a higher purpose. A life of expediency, of comfort and shortcuts, is ultimately a shallow and unsatisfying life. The path of meaning is difficult, but it's the only path that can sustain you through the suffering of existence. Rule 8. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Lying, even small white lies, corrupts your perception of reality. It makes you weak. When you lie, you warp the very mechanism you use to navigate the world, and you can no longer trust your own judgment. The truth can be painful, but it's the only solid ground upon which you can build a life. As the book of Genesis suggests, it is through the act of truthful speech that we bring order out of chaos. Rule 9. Assume the person you are listening to might know something you don't. This is a rule for humility. If your life is not what it could be, it's because you don't know enough. Therefore, every conversation is an opportunity to learn. True listening is not waiting for your turn to talk. It's a process of exploration. By genuinely trying to understand another person's perspective, you can help them articulate their problems and often find the solution themselves. Rule 10. Be precise in your speech. Vague problems are terrifying. A nameless anxiety in a relationship is a monstrous fog. But when you are precise in your speech, you give that monster a name and a form. It may be a nasty little creature, but once it has a name, it can be dealt with. Be precise about what you want, what is wrong, and where you're going. Precision turns the unmanageable chaos into conquerable challenges. Rule 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. This rule is a defense of courage over safety. When kids are skateboarding, they are taking risks. They are learning to confront danger and master their fear. This is how competence is built. A culture that overprotects its children, that tries to eliminate every risk, is a culture that creates weak and incompetent adults. Our job is not to make life perfectly safe for our children, but to make them strong enough to handle its inherent dangers. Rule 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. This final, poignant rule is about how to endure profound suffering. Peterson writes this chapter while dealing with his daughter's severe illness. When life becomes overwhelmingly painful, you must shorten your time frame. If you can't think about next week, think about tomorrow. If you can't think about tomorrow, think about the next hour. And in those moments of suffering, you must remain open to the small, unexpected moments of grace and beauty that life still offers, like the simple, uncomplicated affection of a friendly cat on the street. It's an acknowledgement of life's tragedy, balanced by a gratitude for its small wonders. 12 Rules for Life is a profound call to personal responsibility. It teaches us to find meaning not by avoiding suffering, but by confronting it with courage and truth. It's a guide to creating order in our own lives so that we have the strength to face the chaos of the world. It is, in the truest sense, an antidote. If this deep dive into finding order in a chaotic world has given you a new perspective, you're in the right place. That's what we do here at The Book Whisperer. We break down powerful, life-changing books to give you the tools you need to solve real-world problems. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next breakdown.